The following video was produced by the PCEC Expats Club, which is a non-profit social organisation, and our speakers are volunteers. The club, as such, assumes no responsibility or liability for the professional reputation of or the quality of services provided by the speaker in this video. Okay?
Roger Fox here from for the PCEC Expat Club. We're at the Holiday Inn. It's Sunday morning, and we've had a wonderful speaker today on a subject that's very important for all of us. I don't know about most of you out there, but I say most of you out there are getting a little bit older like I am, and we're thinking about maybe the end of the road. And when you think about the end of the road, you're thinking about wills and probate, and that's what Kelvin, our man from TIE 888, talked to us about today. So, Kelvin, thanks for the talk.
No problem.
Tell us, what is probate?
Probate basically is what happens after you've made a will, or sometimes you don't have a will, and it has to go to court, it has to go through the court process, and then a person's nominated as an executor, and they would take care of the administration of the estate so that the right parties get the right assets in a given period of time. So you have legal ability to do that through a court order.
What do you think is a major problem for those my age living in Thailand with maybe a few assets or whatever? What do we do mostly wrong here as far as the getting ready for probate?
Well, a will has to be presented to the court in Thai language and all the documents that go with it. So that all has to be translated as well. A lot of people don't realise that it's not just the English that's accepted by the court, it's the Thai and the translation and the notaries and all that sort of thing. So there's quite a lot involved. Most people, I think the problem they make is that they think it's very easy and that they can do it. I say, okay, I'll help if I can, that sort of thing. But to date, 100% of people nominated as the executor of the will have resigned, and they're given that opportunity in the court within the first 15 days of the court accepting the will. They have 15 days to resign, and normally they say, oh, Kelvin, this is too hard, you guys are professionals, get it done. And really it doesn't cost, it's a fraction of the cost of what it would be overseas.
Okay, tell me, I think Pat asked a question about a handwritten will. Is a handwritten will legal here, and what do I need to make sure I do on that to make sure it is legal?
Well, the handwritten will, as I showed, there was 3 examples of my mother. She'd complicated things by having 3 separate documents in the one folder, and so each one of them had issues, but the entire 3 documents made sense to the court in that's what she wanted. So they, in the Thai law, they look at the spirit of the law. What does it actually mean? What does this person want? They're not too worried about the nitty-gritty of things. So having a will handwritten, that means that person wrote it on that date, and they nominated a person that would look after their estate when they were no longer there, and they have signed it. And preferably they would put their passport with it to verify who they are.
Right.
But in the very beginning of your handwritten will, it should say I, your name, who you are, because that identifies that handwritten contract. Right. The thing that is the problem there is that you would need to get that translated into Thai, because the courts won't accept the documents not translated.
Who can translate, and does there have to be witnesses?
Well, it depends. If that document has to go overseas, which 9 times out of 10 that person has assets overseas, it has to go to the Thai consulate in Bangkok, where they have the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and they will make a copy of that, and it will be signed by the minister. Now, because it's from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that document can travel to England or America or whatever and have really good legal standing and be presented. I just sent 12 to the UK the other day for a client that needs to go to Barclays and these banks, HSBC, all that sort of thing. And this is what they demanded. So I first checked, is this what you want? They said yes, and then we could start the issue.
So it's complicated. It's a complicated system. And the nice thing about Kelvin and the TIE 888, if you are a member of our club, you cut 50% off your fees.
Yes. And
so you can get a will done for a very reasonable price.
Plus, we've separated offices now. We have 2 offices. One does criminal, civil, family, commercial law. That's in Office 10, where Jep is legally able to handle all that work. I'm legally allowed to do the probate work once I get a court order. Once I get a court order, I can do most things. Any person can do it, like any of your friends can do it, but it's a difficult process. But once they get a court order, they can start working with the banks, with the land office, with all these other areas. So we're a one-stop office to do the funerals, the cremations, the whole thing is now being controlled by our office here with our family members in Bangkok.
Well, I certainly would encourage those of you out there who do have legal problems, legal questions, to get a hold of TIE 888. And Kelvin will be glad. I understand the first consultation may be free.
Free, absolutely.
Yes, and so when you need to get things done, do it. Come on down to the Holiday Inn, 9:30 for breakfast, 10:30 for the program. Patio City Expat Club would love to welcome you. Thanks. Have a great day. Thanks, Kelvin.
Okay, thanks, sir.